Hi there, greetings for the day. Today I'm going to start with the small introduction, small installation and configuration of the Splunk Enterprise Splunk SIEM, which is called the Splunk Enterprise. For this, I'm just installing it on Linux machine. So let's start the installation and the configuration. It's quite easy. It's not a difficult task. So just I'm starting the installation and configuration. For this, I already installed the virtual machines which are running. You see, I'm using the Oracle VirtualBox, and this is the virtual machine for the Splunk Enterprise. I have given it a name, Splunk Enterprise. Let's check it out with this virtual machine. I'm just login it. Splunk admin is my username. 2 3. So let's first check the IP address of this virtual machine. IP address is 192.168.10.203/24. So the virtual machine is ready to implement the Splunk solution. We will install the Splunk. We will download the Splunk Enterprise and copy it in our opt folder. If we go and check the opt folder, it will not show you any of the information like if Splunk is already been installed here or already been copied here. So first we will perform this task. For this task, I'm going to use my Windows edition in my Windows terminal to log into this virtual machine. I'm just minimizing. Right click on the Windows edition, Windows button. In the terminal, open it with an admin. And this is here. We are here on the Windows terminal. So I can do SSH to the virtual machine here, which is running where we are supposed to install the Splunk. And this virtual machine IP address, as already discussed, 192.168.10.203. And my admin account was Splunk admin. The user is Splunk admin. I created the user Splunk admin @ 192.168.10.203. It will automatically identify the credentials, the port number 22, and let me open it. And here it is. So I am using here so that we can get a better visibility. So just go to the cd opt folder and we will find there is nothing. No Splunk has been copied. So I am just going to copy the Splunk here. Splunk enterprise tar file. For this, I'm just starting the WinSCP. So in the WinSCP, you can see I just log in and my location is available where my Splunk is available, where Splunk Enterprise Edition is available. So I will copy the Splunk Enterprise Edition from here to my Linux machine. So here I'm just going to communicate to the Linux machine here. Host is 192.168.10.203 and the username same, Splunk admin. You can give any username. When you are installing the Linux machine, you can give any username here, Splunk admin, and try to log in. So we logged in. Let's go to the opt folder under roots. Under root directory, we have the opt folder here, opt directory. So in the opt directory, we can see the VirtualBox guest edition, only one software is available. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy this Splunk 9.4.0 tar file to this location. Just moving. Beautiful. I got this permission denied because I do not have permission. I did not grant the permission to open or the copy anything on this folder, on this opt folder, opt directory here. So what I can do first, assign permission here, sudo change on or /opt. And password is, oh, I missed something. Just giving it a full permission. That's done. Sorry, the typo I forgot to add the full permission here. Let's try to execute the command now. Let's try to copy. Why? Let me open it again. Okay, in SCP and 192.168.10.203 and user is Splunk admin and password is admin at 123. All right, so just go and why? Okay, if it is not working here, what we can do, we can go and see the home edition on the home where we can copy this file in home. Try to pull it. It should be okay. Sometimes it happens that permission takes some time to be granted on the machine. So instead of waiting for that permission to be granted properly, but I'm copying it on my home edition, on the home location. On home location, I have the folder that is Splunk admin. It will be created automatically when we are installing the Linux operating system. It will take some couple of seconds. That's done. Okay, we are copying here. That software has been copied. Let's go to our SSH. Here I am just going to home and folder Splunk. You see this is available here. The software has been copied here. So what I can do, move it to the opt folder. So if we can see opt, we'll find it. The software is available. Tar file is available in the opt folder. Let's move to the opt folder now. So we have two files. This is perfectly all right. I don't know, all the read, write, execute, everything is available here. Fine. This is done. So our task is simply untar this file. It will untar and install the Splunk on our Linux machine. So sudo tar zxvf hyphen, what is our software? Sorry, tar hyphen zxvf and the file name, and let it be. So it is doing the task, installing. It will take a couple of seconds. So it's keep installing lots of components which are required to run the Splunk enterprise, including some web services, so that we can access the Splunk on our web browser. So if everything is okay, this folder contains all the detailed information, all the dependencies, all the requirements. So if something is missing, it will download from the internet as well. This is the one way we can install the Splunk here. That has been done. Splunk has been installed here completely. Let me check it out. You see now you can see the Splunk directory available here. Just go to the Splunk directory. And in the Splunk directory, we must have a bin directory. So from the bin, we will start the Splunk software. In the bin, if I to run the Splunk software, we need a command. We will give a command called Splunk. And then start. It will not start here. It will give us some error, like error couldn't determine the Splunk home and all those. Fine. So what I can do, we can run it from the as a sudo user. So we can do this Splunk and start. So we will see one license. So it is on the screen full of the information. Keep pressing the space button so that we can, until we reach to the end of this license file, and then we will accept the licenses. So you can see here, I can accept the license. Here we go. Now enter an administrator username. This is the username for our Splunk admin. Whatever you want to give, whatever the name you want to give, you can provide. But I'm using the same name, Splunk admin, and provide a password and re-enter the password. So if everything is well, then it will start a process of searching, finding its availability, the port number. Now you can see the port number is available, that is 8000. So by default, this is the default port number available for the Splunk. So Splunk always runs on the default port is 8000, has been assigned to the Splunk Enterprise. So what we can do, just wait for a couple of seconds. It will give us the detailed information. Now it is telling us like Splunk interface is available. We can access the Splunk interface through this web URL. Now problem is here because we do not have a DNS server configuration, so it will not be able to run from here. So instead of this, we need to provide the IP address of the virtual machine. So I can do the IP address for this virtual machine now, and port number 8000. Let's see what it says. Just go to the HTTP 192.168.10.203:8000. So we will wait for a couple of seconds. I hope it will not open. If I'm not wrong, it shouldn't be open here. So because there are some couple of the firewall is running, and definitely this port is not open on the firewall. Yeah, we are happy to see this result. At this time, I'm sure the port number is blocked. So what we can do, just go to the Splunk system and just run sudo firewall-cmd, add the port, add -port equal to, what was the port number, 8000. It's a TCP port, and put it permanent. That's all right. Now just reload the firewall, sudo firewall-cmd -reload. It should be okay. Let's check it out now. Yeah, you can see immediately we will be able to log into the Splunk. SPLUNK, Splunk admin is my username, and then this is the password. I don't want to save the password. You see, unable to load recent items, refresh the page and try again. Yes, of course, because we did not configure this Splunk to get or fetch the or receive the items here. So what we can do, lots of things are there. If we try to execute some indexing or wow, right. All right, sir, please stop it. Okay, just if want to search some activities, just do with the index. I can see we can give any index name. If something is available, it will show us the events here. It is not showing the events. That's all right, because we have not configured the forwarders. Forwarders we will configure in the next video so that we can fetch the logs from one machine to the Splunk for the analysis purpose. So in the meantime, what we can do here, we can go and make some smart moves here. First, we need to set up the forwarding and receiving agent. Forward and receiving ports here. We just go, we see we do not have any receiving port. Everything is empty. Either we can create a new port from here, or we can click here and then add the port. That's all right. The same thing. Just add a port here. So by default, it says receiving port is available on, by default port is 9997. At any point of time, you can change the port, but I am using this port only, default port. Let's save. So default port means now we are making this machine to receive the information from outsiders, from outside. And same times what we can do, we just open the port here. 9997 is the port I'm going to open. That's done. So this is what we did actually. This is a simple installation of our Splunk. Lots of settings are there. We can set up the settings. We can see the indexes are there through which we can fetch the values. So you can see here there is nothing, no indexer has been configured, and no indexer is receiving the values or receiving the log from outside. So this is the way how we can install and configure the Splunk so that we can fetch the values or fetch the events from by configuring the forwarder on the external machine, on the other machines as well. So thank you for watching. So I'm just stopping this one. Thank you for watching, and we will continue this session in the next video.